morning, guys. Hey, Jeff Moss here with Diverse Dimensions, a little company in Zeeland that provides dimensional inspection and reverse engineering services. So I'd love to tell you guys about that this morning. So what I've got is this business was started up in 2003 and started out of the basement of my house, just solo, just doing my own thing, doing measurement. And I've got a video that I'm going to show you guys here in a minute that will explain in pretty good depth on all of the services that we offer. But started it out of my garage, out of the basement, and grew into a small company that has 13 technicians now. And I've got two campuses. I've got one here in Zeeland and then one across the state in the little town of Brighton. So the Diverse Dimensions name comes from the dimensional inspection that we do on such a diverse client base and such a diverse product base. So again, when we show that video, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about with the analysis and the scanning that we do on multiple different products, projects, tools, all kinds of stuff. So it'll be good and interesting for you guys to take a look at. And usually when I speak with Junior Achievement, when I go do the reverse job shadow, I'm talking specifically about reverse engineering or grabbing data from or scanning, capturing data on a known object and turning it into a CAD model or a computer-generated model for usage for another function. So I'll show you that again. So I've got a promotional video that we have online that shows all of these capabilities. And I don't want to sound prideful at all, so know my heart that I try and be humble about what we do here because it's cool. It's updated technology, and we are known all over the world for what we do and the products that we use to do our data capture and the software that we use to do our data capture. So yeah, jump into this video with me for a second, and we'll go through afterwards. Once we go through the video, you'll see what I'm talking about, and then we'll go through specifically each little item of service that we do. So jump into this video with me a second.
As a collective human race, we've been inventing and creating for thousands of years. Every generation making their contribution, building upon the last, taking pride in their accomplishment. Craftsmen, artists, engineers, makers. It's who we are. As new ideas advance industry, our ability to create with precision is key. It's how brilliant design becomes success. At Diverse Dimensions, we have a passion for precision. Our belief is that quality and workmanship are the cornerstone of a great business, our business and yours. That's why we have developed a team of metrologists to work with you, bringing perfect accuracy to your work. Call Diverse Dimensions today to find out how our work can make your work reach its full potential.
Well, there's a lot of info there, I know. A lot of different unique pieces of equipment and different types of analysis, but the main function that we do is inspection. That's the most revenue that we generate is from dimensional inspection. So some of the equipment that you saw in that video is portable, and it does very accurate probing of equipment or products. So that's the foundation of the business. But then the reverse engineering is probably the most fun part of the business, where we can laser scan and produce CAD models. So this field is called metrology, or the umbrella of what we do is metrology, which is the study of measure. So if you hear that term out there, it's very close to the word meteorology, the guy that checks out the weather. So even in the last job shadow, he and I had rooms that were right next to each other. So it was a good conversation about metrology and meteorology. So, but yes, metrology is what we do here. For me, my undergraduate degree is engineering. I went to Ferris State University for manufacturing engineering, and then I did my master's in quality engineering through Eastern Michigan University. So that's on the east side of the state. So heavy statistics, and absolutely love it. I almost did another master's in statistics. My daughters think I'm kind of crazy for doing that, but I love the way numbers speak to me about a manufacturing process or about how a product dimensionally works. So, but I always offer to every class that I go to, you're more than welcome to call. You can tour the lab. We can go through a few more of these examples for you. So we're an open book here at Diverse Dimensions, so feel free to reach out at any time. One of the things I love about what I do is the travel. Since the equipment I have is portable, we go all over the world with it. And again, not prideful, but it's easy when it packs up into the belly of a plane, and you show up in Egypt, or you show up in Saudi Arabia, or Venezuela, or just other places, right? We've been all over the world with this stuff just because of the function that we do and the power behind that type of data capture. So again, mathematics, that's what I kind of look for. When I look for new hires, you don't have to be heavy in math. I've got a lot of good software that does that for us. But what I do like is a person that comes to me and they're humble, they're teachable, they're technologically curious. That's what I like. So if you've got a good idea on, excuse me, if you've got a good idea on how things work in 3D space, you like to work with your hands, that kind of thing is what I look for in an employee. So, but again, reach out anytime you want. Hit my website, diversedimensions.com, and you can always call that phone number there. My email is jeff@diversedimensions.com, so you can reach out that way as well. Would love to catch up with you guys. I kind of wish we could do this in person because some of the examples that we show are very cool. So I actually scan a skateboard. We did a project for a company in Grand Haven that made prototype skateboards. They would carve plywood and bend it and make it work as a one-piece prototype. And then what we did is we would laser scan that and then produce a CAD model so that we can make, or they could make, a tool or a press or a mold to make more of these skateboards. So I use that as an example when I'm on campus teaching at the school, and it's a hoot. It's just so much fun to show how that equipment goes through that data capture and how it's so useful for local manufacturing or product development firms. So again, reach out anytime. Sorry for the long video here, but I hope you guys had fun. And again, Jeff Moss here, Diverse Dimensions. Enjoy.